Court's in session, phones on silent, brains on. Today's defendant is the richest man alive, and the charge is simple. He went on the website he owns and told you that not a single child died from the aid he cut. Then the reporters who covered those deaths walked in carrying the names. Let's read the file. Here is the charge, read into the record. Elon Musk, the man who ran DOGE and gutted USAID, posted that there is, quote, not even a single dead child. He dared the world to name one. He said if it were true, it would be worldwide headline news. Hold that thought, because the headlines are Exhibit A. Exhibit A. The headlines he promised would not exist. Forbes, the day he posted, ran the story under the words, "A Testy Musk attacks claims the cuts killed children, but studies paint a grim picture." The Bulwark put it plainer. Their headline was 4 words. Yes, the cuts have killed. Let the record reflect the worldwide headlines arrived. They just are not flattering. He asked us to name one. Fine. Exhibit B. ProPublica reported on Nyagoa, a 1-year-old girl in South Sudan. A mobile health team used to reach her village until the grant was killed. The team stopped coming. She died of cholera. That is a name. That is a date. That is a body. And it is one of many that reporters already wrote down. And it was not one reporter. New York Times columnist Nicholas Kristof offered Musk a list of dead children by name. A former USAID health chief, Dr. Atul Gawande, gathered nearly 24 cases the press had already published. The defense theory is that nobody died quietly. The truth is, reporters were shouting. He just blocked the notifications. Now the cross-examination. His whole defense rests on a trick. He demands one perfect name while standing on a mountain of them. So let's bring in the scale. Researchers at Boston University built a tracker, peer-reviewed, that projects more than 780,000 deaths from these cuts. Roughly 518,000 of them children. Watch the move, jury. When the number is 1 child, he says, prove it. When the number is 500,000, he says it is too big to be real. You cannot run that play both ways. You can't say, show me a name, and also say a name is a rounding error. That's not skepticism. That's a man building a window with no glass so the light never gets in. So who benefits? Ask, who needs the children to not count? The man who signed the cuts is the same man insisting the cuts were free. If the bodies are real, then a budget decision becomes a body count with his signature on it. The denial is not a mistake. The denial is the alibi. And here is the reveal. The dare was the whole con. Name one, he said, betting you never would. But naming the dead is precisely what the reporters did, in print, with photos, before he ever posted. The challenge was already answered the day it was made. He did not find a gap in the coverage. He just refused to read it. That's not a debate. That's a man losing an argument to a 1-year-old's obituary. Here is the verdict. You do not get to defund the clinic and then demand the clinic prove it ever saved anyone. The reporters did their job. They wrote the names down. Our job, the jury's job, is to refuse to let a denial bury them twice. The headlines he swore did not exist are sitting right here, entered into evidence. Court's adjourned. Your move. I'm Madeline, and this is Pixel Politics.